recipe so that you're able to do it quicker by having everything ready. So I'm just going to dice an onion, and then I'm going to set it inside there to put it to the side. I'm glad I'm not crying yet, because usually onion makes me cry, and I hate that. Usually the camera guy hands me his goggles for swimming so that I don't cry like a little girl. Poor boy. I already want to cry. That's what I get for mentioning it, huh, Vince? Alright, so. Ooh, I want to cry. So I like to keep my trash can nearby, so that if anything falls, instead of it falling on the floor, it goes inside my trash can. So there's my onion. Okay, you could go ahead and pause the video. Okay, now the recipe also calls for 3 cloves of minced garlic. So 1, 2, and 3. I'm sure after I make this for the first time, if I feel I could have used more garlic or more ginger, I could totally doctor the recipe for the second time. So I'm gonna go ahead and peel this, put it to the side, and I'm gonna mince these up right now. Garlic is always very hard to peel, but we got it done. Okay. Now that we have it peeled, let me go ahead and mince it. So they sell these really neat little gadgets where you could just put this and it'll mince it right for you. You just gotta squeeze it like you would for a juicer. Okay, last one. Okay, so now okay, so the recipe also calls for 2 tablespoons of finely minced ginger and also 1.5 inch piece. So I'm thinking that's about 1.5 inch piece. It also says for me to use a peeler, which I accidentally nicked myself with, but it's okay. So what I'm going to do to the ginger to get it finely minced is I'm going to use this peeler to peel off some slices just like that, and by doing this I will be able to mince it and it'll be a lot easier. So that was a great tip that the recipe gave out, because it'll be very nice. Just gotta be careful, these peelers are dangerous. Alright, so let me put that to this side. Let me go ahead and mount these together. Okay. Okay, so just run your knife through it. There we go. Put that to the side. Okay, now it also calls for 1 red bell pepper. And it wants it to be nice and thin. Oh no! It's alright. It says to slice thinly the red bell pepper. Okay. Okay. So after you have the slices, it wants you to cut them once in half and then put them to the side. So it says to add 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Pretty much eyeballing it, but that's about 2 tablespoons right there. And we're going to melt that. And it says to this to add in our onion. So we're going to add in our onion that we diced. You can pause it every time I come back. We are going to saute this in the coconut oil until this becomes translucent. And ask for this to be on a medium heat. Pause. Okay. So there's the ginger and the garlic going in. Let me lower the heat because I can lower it too low. Alright, it says 2 tablespoons of curry. So here's 1. And there is, come on. Oh, you know how much we need. 2. Now, we're going to add 3 tablespoons of red curry paste, which is basically this whole packet. Let go. It was supposed to be ground coriander, but I couldn't find it, so I'm adding just the full-on little beaties. Okay, so now after you get that nice fragrant smell, we're going to return the heat to a medium high. I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm going to mix that around, and to this I am going to add my red bell pepper. Yes, and now we are going to add the chicken. So the recipe calls for about 1.5 pounds. And it says to brown this on all sides, but not to cook it all the way through. So I'm going to go ahead and brown this. First, I'm going to mix it all so we can get all that flavor all around. So I am using pink Himalayan sea salt, and the recipe says to do it to taste. So you could always add some more later, and it's already pretty spicy because it is a curry. So I'm not going too crazy on the black pepper. Let me give it another whirl so it's evenly. Okay, perfect. So once it's browned on all sides, it's kind of hard to tell because of the curry, but I could tell that it is. You're going to add 1 can of coconut milk. And I used that one from Trader Joe's. Then we're going to add, okay. So I'm going to give this a stir with just the coconut milk. And then afterwards, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. And I guess I could add 1 at a time, just in case. I don't want to make it too sweet. So I want you to stir this so that the sauce gets nice and thick. And it also calls for some lemon juice. And then it also calls for 2 teaspoons of fish sauce. This is optional. I do not mind fish sauce at all, so I am totally going to put it in. And then just give it a mix. And you're going to cook this until the sauce gets thicker.